Hello, rays of sunshine. Welcome, my friends, to the end game. This glorious, marvelous transition into the return of Christ. What a beautiful, wonderful, glorious thing. For I am the true armor of Christ because I am the return of Christ. But my friends, as crazy as that sounds, trust me, there's a lot of false prophets out there. I understand that. I have the proof. It all unfolded in my awakening journey and on this channel and recorded miraculously and amazingly through the things that I do and did to bring it all through. So I encourage you to like, subscribe, and stick around. And let's get into this week's energy and flow cast of the spiritual form. So welcome to It's in the Air Spiritual Flow Cast with Master Juniper Bloom Mystique. I hope you are excited for this wonderful week ahead of us, you guys. I am. Today, I noticed during the live yesterday, there's lots of birthdays. So happy birthday to those that it is. I should start focusing on birthdays more, but I don't all the time. But even my middle turned 16 today. So it's a glorious day no matter what. But the thing about this topic for this week is really important. The topic for this week is bypassing fear. What is fear? Why do we have fear? Where does it come from? And how do we deal with it? Okay, because fear is not of God, period. And I'm going to explain why. Are you ready? Boom, 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 boom. Let's get into it. So bypassing fear, the spell casting for this week will be something along the lines of this, but it's also calling in abundance and stepping outside of our comfort zone. So at the end of this week on Friday, I will do a spell casting to help step out of our comfort zone. But last Friday's spell casting can actually help you as well for this week ahead. Use it and use it often as you need. So bypassing fear and calling in abundance, right? Why would they go hand in hand? Well, fear usually comes up when we're about to step out of our comfort zone. We are trained to be diligent to the collective control. We have been trained to fall into the matrix hole, right? And as I talked about yesterday on how to clear karma during the live for the ascension, because everybody tells you to repent, but that doesn't always help you. And I explained why. Everything around us is a reflection of us. So if you watch my videos and it sparks fear in you, that is telling you something about you, not me, but you. Let's dive deep into that one. Bypassing fear, stepping outside of our comfort zone, allowing yourself to count on your own abilities and create the reality you seek. The matrix, the world that we are coming out of, designed fear very intricately and deeply to be a part of your compass. They did that for a reason. Fear is not of God. It's a very low vibration. If you are experiencing fear, it's a pointer to something that needs healed in you. Okay. We don't understand our emotions half the time. We're not taught to. We're not taught how to deal with them. Okay. And it's a very intense emotion, usually sparked from the matrix, because they love to develop a lens of fear. That's what they do. That's what they've been doing to all of you, is developing a lens of fear. And it keeps you small. It keeps you in line with them. It keeps you divided. It keeps you in judgment and expectations and lack. So what is fear? Ego developed trait, not of God. Okay. It is lack. Fear is equivalent to lack. When we have fear and we have lack, we can't create our reality. Okay. When we have fear and we have lack, we can't create our reality. We will create what we are afraid of creating. Okay. So fear is not of God, and fear is coming up a lot right now. Stepping outside of your comfort zone creates fear because you have to be vulnerable, and we are taught not to be vulnerable. Okay. So there's a lot of deprogramming that we need to do. Fear is not good in any way, shape, or form. I know that there's some people out there that have a lot of followers that will tell you otherwise. And I'm going to tell you that's their ego. Just like I said yesterday in my live. So those who say that fear is okay, some fear is good, it's not. And I'm going to explain that. Fear is not good in any way, shape, or form. What it means is that you are outside of the present time frame. So when we think too far ahead, we're going into something that doesn't exist yet. And that creates anxiety and fear, because then these scenarios will develop that we don't really want to create. Or we're thinking of the past of something that has happened before. And we don't really want to bring that forward either. So in truth, fear doesn't exist in the here and the now, because, my friends, you create a very powerful place from the now only. So what you do right now in this moment in time will create your tomorrow. It will create your 5 minutes from now, and it will heal and undo trauma from the past. Bum, bum, bum. I love this because it's so true. From a psychology standpoint as well, it makes sense to me, but also from the spiritual master healer side, the one who brought the return of Christ. I know for a fact that through the 13 gates into the new earth, fear will rise because it's a challenge. It's part of a lens you need to heal. Okay. So where fear is, fear has controlled you before. It's giving your power away, just like everything else, my friends. So remember, what is fear? It's ego. It's developed trait, and that is not of God. But wait a minute. They convince you that fear is going to keep you alive. Have you ever heard that? Well, if I don't have fear, how do I know if I'm going to be safe? That's not a true concept. Okay. Your soul is so smart, right? So when we are in our emotions, when we're in our body, we know when something's not right, but it doesn't create fear. When you are healed, when your vibration is high, trust me, I know, because I have been in the very highest vibration I could go, bring in the return of Christ. It was a crazy high vibration, and coming down off of it hurt, because coming into the reality of the false world doesn't align. Okay. And so in the highest vibrational state, when you are in balance and your heart is open, fear doesn't exist. You don't get the feeling of fear. You'll get a little, hey, do this. And so you trust and you do that in that moment in time. And then you're safe. Your body, the energy, the universe always tells you what to do. But we can't hear it when our vibration is low enough to have fear. Now, fear is the tool that they have used against you so diligently, so profoundly. You know what I mean? Like, they have used fear against you for so long. And I get a lot of chills when I say that. They have used fear against you. The false doctrine, the Bible, as you call it, is created in fear and division. Okay. And death and blood. And like, what the heck is that? Why would they depict God bleeding? That's disgusting. That is not God. Okay. Jesus. The blood, what really happened to, like, that's sickening that they do that. And that alone creates fear and judgment. They should not be depicting Jesus on a cross with blood coming out of his hands. First of all, it's a lie. Second of all, that's disgusting. Okay. And it's a very low vibration. So just that alone tells you they like to instill fear in ways you don't even see it happening, my friends. They instill fear in you in ways you don't even see it happening, my friends. Straight up, you don't even realize it's happening. It's fear. It's designed to keep you small. It's a very low vibration. And what we don't realize is we are powerful creators. Feel that. Open your crown. You are a very powerful creator. There is power and capabilities within you they do not tell you about, that they have not cultivated and been proud to help you implement. You can literally create your reality. That's what manifesting is, but you are already a manifester. So no matter what is around you, you have created that in your reality. So if I spark fear, that's because I'm sparking your shadow and you need to use it to heal. Okay. So when fear rises, it is important to acknowledge where you feel it. So have you ever noticed when things arise in our body, we quickly want to shut it down? We don't know what to do with emotions and they can get very overwhelming. And we are taught, no matter who you talk to, except for the newer, like more natural type doctors, right? And things like that, that we need to, what do? They give you medications, they numb it down, they cause you to escape them. And then even in psychology, they have you dive into them, but then you ruminate and you ruminate. And it's almost like you're creating a reality within them that makes it very difficult. They don't know how to heal it all the way. They have little inclinations. Some do a little bit, but it, the way they do it, we're just going to dance in fear. We're going to dance in our trauma. And that is not what we need to do. Okay. We will give ourselves a little processing time, a little bit of time to look back. And then so that way we can move forward. You learn the lesson so that you don't repeat it in your reality. Okay. So it's a tool. You can use this as a tool. You can use fear as a tool. And once your vibration is high enough, fear doesn't exist, you guys, because when your vibration is high and you're tuned within and you're in the here and the now only, you don't worry about tomorrow. What you need right now, you put the energy out, you call it in, you create it, you stay in a high vibration, and the universe tells you when to duck, when to groove, when to move, when to dance, and when to sing. Okay, and when to do nothing. It's our job to understand how to truly listen and co-create, which is also why I've been writing that book. It is our job to listen, to understand what our body is telling us, and to use the universe within us and around us wisely to create our reality. Fear is not of God at all. At all. And that can be hard, right? Do you know how to look death in the face and not be afraid? I do. I've had to. My own, my father's, it doesn't matter. Other people, it doesn't matter. We have to learn to understand the emotions and how to use them wisely and what they're trying to tell us to do. We are creatures of habit and in our comfort zone. Did you know that we have a joy capacity? We limit ourselves for the amount of joy that we have, yet we allow fear to be overwhelming and overcoming. Makes no sense. And then I have people tell me, I can't listen to yours. It sparks too much fear. So there you go right there. They're avoiding it. They don't know what that means, and that I'm reflecting their reality back to them. I do that as a master healer alone. My job was to come here and remove all shadow from this planet, and I did. And so now the collective shadow in you is screaming. And so when I come into contact as a true master healer, I spark your shadow. You'll have August, the moment you go to work with me, everybody I've ever worked with will tell you this. Fear will rise. You'll have judgments rise, expectations rise, money stuff rise, and that's all the shadow. Because what you don't realize is we're not limited. Okay, they only limit you. They create a reality in which you are limited in. You must work your ass off to pocket somebody else's pocket. We have to work in this matrix or they're going to try to control you, which is what I've been trying to tell you. We think we were free, but we were not. And in Mount Shasta Part 1, I undid even the Emancipation Proclamation because it was not about freedom. They lied to you. That's why they murdered Abraham Lincoln. So when you know the truth, it's power. Okay. I'm not here to spark fear. I'm here to help you heal into the new earth. It's your choice whether you do or not. So when fear rises, it is important to acknowledge where you feel it. Usually you'll feel it in your gut, right? Or your heart will go boom, 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 and you're like, ah, and then your mind goes crazy, ah, and you need to stop. Immediately, you need to stop. You need to ask for the message it is giving you. You need to learn to sit with it, not run from it, not numb it with medications. We need new coping mechanisms than the ones they have given us. God gave me my own coping mechanisms. He said, do this and raise your vibration. And I said, okay. And is it always easy? No. Because the shadow wants to tell you it's not. But when we just do it without hesitation and without contemplating and analyzing, and we just take action, it's easier than you think it is. Everything else tells you otherwise, but it's false. Okay. So that false matrix is not a true reality. The only way it has power is when we give it power, because nothing happens to you, only through you. Everything is a reflection of your reality and your inner state. And it's your job to use it wisely to heal what is going on within you. But that's hard, and we don't know what to do with these emotions. They become very overwhelming. And then we give them power, and it stops our journey completely. Okay. So number one, fear is from lack, a low vibration, expectations, and thinking in the past and the future. And none of that is of God. God says, be in the present, here and the now only. Here and now only, nowhere and now here. Because everything you do right now creates your reality. The only thing that exists is right here and right now. Yesterday is already gone. What you do now actually heals the past and changes that timeline. And what you do now creates a new one for tomorrow. So now is the only thing that you have and the only thing that matters. Okay. So immediately I want you to tune into that fear. I want you to stop. Don't give it power. Call your power back. I call back my power. That's why in the path, that's part of what I do, is heal you into your own power. And I teach you how to do that every time it rises. Okay. It's very important. We are always giving our power away. What and why are you giving it to? That's the question. Okay. What and why are you manifesting? Because you're always manifesting. You're a creator. That's what they use against you. They literally locked you all up and they use your power against you daily. So they convince you of these scenarios, of these things to pay attention to, that money is more important, the items are more important. They convince you all of these things. And when they get us all to think one way, it creates that to be real. Because that's how powerful you are. So don't give your power to the false reality. Okay, because that also creates the fear. The fear is the lens that they taught you to have. They taught you from the time you were born within the collective shadow to be in fear. Okay? Creators don't have fear. God says no fear. It doesn't exist. It's a very low vibration. When you are in the highest vibration possible, you can see the world around you. You can see what's coming. That's balance from the heart center, and that's a new earth. Your body will tell you what you need to do. But if you have fear, you can't hear and you can't listen. You can't act upon it in the time that you need to. So God will say, or the universe or your tummy will tell you, hey, go left today. And you just, okay, trust, I'm going left. You can see things coming. You can feel when energy is off and you'll know what to do. Okay. So immediately call your power back, raise your vibration. Understand fear stems from lack. So when you're manifesting, you can't have lack. You can't bring in true abundance where lack lies. And it's a vibration thing. I can literally sit here and raise my vibration sky high. And I even remember in the time of the pandemic, there was somebody that, I was kind of paying attention to, that had like an academy and all that kind of stuff. And I was trying to learn who I was at the time. And so I was listening to some of what she was saying. And she couldn't get toilet paper. Now, I should have red flag, right? Because if you're a true healer or talking to angels, you should know how to manifest. But instead, they went into like lack. And I was like, I got this. Just be open to receive. And she's like, what? And I literally sent toilet paper to her way. And the next day, her neighbor knocked on her door and handed her a thing of toilet, said, I just need to give you this toilet paper. Then after that, her husband found one at the grocery store. And I was like, look what I just did for you. I can do it for other people too. And she would not acknowledge it. I was like, really? Like, that was amazing. Like, we should all be there. Like lack says that I can't, there's fear, and that's what causes these frenzies and people to go kind of wackadoodle. But that is the lens they gave you because it's a very low vibration. We can truly tune into a very high vibration. You see things in a way you've never seen before. And then you create your reality from that moment forward. Okay, you can see, you can bypass, you can call things in. So call your power back, raise your vibration. Don't blame me for causing you fear. Don't blame others. It's your fault. Because nothing happens to you, only through you. But you also didn't know. You don't know until you know. So it's not about fault at all. It's about calling your power back and taking this moment and changing your future forward and not giving yourself to fear again. So if somebody sparks fear in you, acknowledge that it's within you to spark. It's not them. It's your lens. And they're trying to show you, the universe is trying to show you that now is time to recognize this and to heal it, because you cannot carry it forward. In the new earth, we can't be a fear. Okay. I have to do it too. And now I have to do it again because I have another twin flame. And so our journey, you know, like it's insane. So I've been there before and now I will be there again. We cannot let fear or our comfort zone control us. Your comfort zone was part of the matrix. Okay. Because as a powerful creator, when your vibration is high, you're always in your comfort zone. You're in your creator. So you see what I'm saying? So having a false foundation to a true foundation, the true foundation won't scare you, right? I hope that makes sense. It's more like a glass that you can see through rather than concrete in the matrix. Okay. So immediately understand fear stems from lack. Send energy back to which it came from. Call your power back. Send it back to which it came from. Talk to the emotions. Okay. Trust that you can make things happen. I want you to sit with where you're feeling that fear. You need to sit with it. You need to allow it to rise, and you need to tell it, you have no power. That's false. I let you go. And that's another good tool is the spell casting I did last Friday to release all shackles that bind you. That's where fear stems from, is from those shackles that they used to bind you. Okay, because you are a high vibration. We have to raise our vibration. It is when fear rises, it's telling you literally that, hey, this is either a lens or a wound. We need to heal it in the now. Take your power back. Okay, send energy back to where it came from, because sometimes it's not even your energy. It's the shadow where you gave it power. And then I want you to step outside of your comfort zone and do it anyways. Now, does that mean to step outside in front of a car because that makes you feel fear? That's not the right kind of fear. And I'm going to explain that. But your safety matters. Like, don't, logic in creation is a necessity. So no, I'm not telling you to be dangerous. We need to know that some things will hurt you. Okay. So that's a difference between the nudge of safety to fear. They're two different things. They're not the same thing. So some people will tell you that fear is important because it's going to help you be safe. That's false. Fear just keeps you out of your power. It keeps you in a low vibrational state and out of your and in a comfort zone that the matrix created for you. Because if you're in fear, they've got you. You're in control. It's like breaking down a soldier, right? Breaking them down to nothing and then rebuilding them the way they want you. That's why they do that. Okay. So send that energy back, call your power back, and you need to act on it. Of course, be safe. That's a different situation, because if you're in a high vibration and something is dangerous, your body will tell you without fear. Like, you'll feel a nudge. Hey, like, pay attention, right? Don't step out into traffic right now. You'll just feel it, but it won't be fear. It's different. It'll be knowledge. It'll be sudden information. I need to go left today instead of right, and you won't know why. Okay, so there's a difference. We need to slow down and focus, remain in the here and the now only. Feel into the energies now and use them to navigate methodically and wisely. Okay, so this fear is telling me something. It's a wound I need to heal. This is a lens I need to heal. I need to raise my vibration. I'm out of balance. I'm not in the now and the here. I need to call my power back. I need to raise my vibration. And then I need to take action on what it's telling me not to take action within safety. So if it's something that's trying to get you out of your comfort zone, by all means do it. Okay. And now, so if God says do this and fear becomes overwhelming, that's the matrix trying to stop you. That's the shadow. It's not you. So you need to go, oh, nope, that's a false reality that will only exist if I give it power. So a lot of times it'll say, oh, if you do this, this is going to happen. That's exactly what it's doing, is trying to get you to create that reality. I am the armor of God. This I promise you. Use it wisely, my friends. We are not in lack. We are in abundance. We are in the new earth creators. Well, you should be rising to it because I opened the gates on the eclipse. And even De La Roca saw that. Why? Because he doesn't have fear controlling him. He's in the here and the now only. He knows the ways of the ego, and he doesn't let it get in his way. It doesn't control him. That's the difference. And that's where they don't want you. Okay. Slow down, focus, remain in the here and the now only. Feel into the energies now and use them to navigate methodically and wisely. So I'm going to sit with this feeling. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not going to numb it. I'm going to talk to it. I'm going to draw it out. I'm going to tell it, shut up, basically. Right? I know you're not real. I'm going to take my power back and I'm going to create from the heart space. Because even though they tell you, well, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, this is going to happen, it's not true. There are limitless possibilities of the world that you can create around you. Abundance is in maximum flow for everybody, not just for some people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Think about that. So now is the time to take risks and to step out of your comfort zone. This week, you must take the risk and step out of your comfort zone now before that becomes your default and your downfall. Because the energies are so high now that if we don't rise to the occasion, we don't rise at all. So whatever challenge is meeting you now, consider it's part of your karma and something you need to do. Including getting out of your comfort zone. It's not easy. We even have that joy capacity, joy limit. And I taught that when I did my self-sabotage course. You can learn about that too. That's sad, right? Why would we limit our joy and maximize our fear? Low vibration, part of lack. And that's what keeps you in the matrix with them and not in a powerful creator of your own force and your own knowing and your own doing, because your mind is powerful. That's why they get it so chaotic. That's why they have created a space where your mind is so chaotic. Your first instinct is to grab your phone or do something outside of your body, take medications, to run, to lack. But when we learn to calm our mind, because you have to take your power back from that. So a lot of people tell you, I can't meditate, I can't calm the mind. They just don't know what to do. And they need to, it's like breaking a habit. Okay, you do it and you do it and you do it more until it becomes super strong. Okay, I teach all of this. This is what my courses do in a lot of ways throughout them all. It's very important. It's something that we have to relearn and keep doing. So it's all about where and what you give your power to. Okay, if I'm sparking something in you, it's what you need to heal, because I will reflect your truths back to you. So if I spark something and you're like, money, shmoney, you realize that when there's an even exchange from somebody, it's not about money. It's effort. It's acknowledgement, it's substance, it's showing up, it's being present, it's not judging. Okay. Lens, it's trained. It's a trained lens. You have different lenses that they have embedded in you. So fear, judgment, ego, they're all false lenses of the matrix, and you have to get out of all of them. So every time something or someone sparks fear in you, challenge yourself in the moment to breathe into it, feel into it, speak to it, ask it what it's showing you and why. Assess all things around you, right? So there's your safety. Well, is it about safety? No, I'm good. It's my comfort zone. I need to do it. Don't create any false scenarios. That's the shadow. And this is also probably where you've given your power away many times before. So it will really, truly fight you. So speak to it. Okay. The opposite of what it is saying. If it's saying, oh, you're going to do this is going to have to be like, nope, I know it's not, because I'm not creating that. Do not give it power. So if this is what I want, this is what I'm going to set out, and I'm just going to do the things. I'm not going to think. Logic and creation. Make sure I'm safe. I know I need balance. I know I need consistency. I know I need to show up. So have logic in your creation, but let go of everything that is not of God. Fear is not of God. It comes from lack. It's control. And just like with people in relationships, they'll use fear as a manipulation, right? So nobody will love you like I do. You'll never find anybody like me. Have you ever heard that before? Emotional manipulation at its finest. True love wants the best for you, no matter what that means, even if it's not you. You feel me? You feel? Let's ponder that for a moment. Let that sink in. Open your crown so you can even hear me, and wake up more and more every day. I have noticed there are a couple creators that talk about this. They say fear is good. It's important to be half shadow, half not. All of that is false. That is their ego. It's the shadow holding on, and that's healing that they need to do. Okay? Because fear comes from lack. It comes from ego. It's a false matrix, and there's no reason to have any fear at all. There is none. We are a soul. Okay? We know that life has an end point. And so why would we focus on that? There's no reason to be afraid, because when you're not afraid and your vibration is super high, you can see things when they're coming. And no matter what, if it was your time, it would be your time. But we always don't want to hurt ourselves either. You know what I mean? So if you're a constant daredevil, you bypass that fear anyways, because you know it's not real. And then you go for the adrenaline. You see? So what's your excuse? There's no excuse. It's false. Release it, call your power back, and step forward into what it is stopping you from. Difference between fear and the message in the gut. Okay, so when we need to move, your gut will tell you. If you are in a high vibration and your heart is open, God will tell you, hey, you want money? Do this today. And you won't know why. You just listen, or the universe, your gut, right? Do this, go left, follow this, put this in, learn this, create this. Pick this color, do that. Your body will tell you. It's like your higher self. You're always in co-creation. It doesn't matter who you are. We are always in co-creation. We're co-creating with the universe that's within us and around us, our higher selves, God, whatever it is. Our guides and angels, when we call them in too, especially, we co-create. Okay. It all just depends on who you're co-creating from. Is it a low vibration in the shadow, or is it a high vibration of love and God? Okay, so the gut will always tell you, but is your connection clear? Or is it a low vibration out of fear? That's not the right message, my friends. We have to get out of our comfort zone now. We have to take the risk. You have to not create scenarios you don't want, because you're a powerful creator. So no matter what it is God asks you to do, be like, cool, this is what I want out of it, and do it. Cool, I want it to be smooth, and I want everybody to accept it, and that's what I want. And if they don't, that's okay. Do it anyway, because you just might be the thing that wakes them up. Okay, here's your tool bag. So when you get into fear, here's what you do with it. Calm the body and mind. I don't care how hard you think it is. Calm your body and your mind. Breathe. Feel into your body. I like to teach consciousness tracking. So our conscious, we're so far outside of our body and in our head, and it's constantly going. You need to use your breath and draw your focus inward. And I'll track my body mapping. Just focus on your shoulders, focus on your chest. How does it feel when I'm breathing? Where is the anxiety? And then you can really tune it into a specific location in your body. And then you'll draw it out to heal it. You'll release the energies. You'll see what it needs to see, because you'll ask it to show you. You'll tell it, I love you. We are safe. I'm going to let you go. I don't need you anymore. And you set it free. And then you take actions against it. Because healing is not just internal, my friends. You actually have to undo the thing that created it in the external as well. So it's very layered, and they don't talk about that. I've never heard anybody teach that, but that's the difference between ascension and non-ascension. I am an ascension master. It's what I'm here for. I took the earth, and now I'm trying to take everybody else as well. So stay in the here and the now. Believe in yourself. Okay. It's understanding that they make you think you can't for a reason. Just like that train. If you think you can, you can. Call your power back. And then I have some crystals that you can use as well. So agate came in very loudly. And guess what it said? I'm like, agate. I haven't really got that one a lot. So I wanted to look it up. And agate stones are help with strength and courage. Okay. Beautiful, right? They enhance our mental functions, and they keep us sharp of mind and clear of heart. And they invite us to take our power. So it heals inner anger, anxiety, and helps in the strengthening of relationships. And it helps instill security and safety. So agate is a very good crystal to have when fear comes in. Okay. It helps instill safety, security, hope in the heart. balance, protection, and healing. All of those things are fear-based. Okay, that's what we need to combat the fear. We need to heal it. We need to recognize something happened, or it's a lens that we need to rise out of. All right, raise your vibration. Tourmaline also helps for protection and balance and clarity. Agate was the biggest one. Blue topaz, and also the moonstone and a sunstone. But release self from the shackles that bind you. So last Friday, I did a spell casting, and it was to release ourselves from those shackles that bind us. That's a really good one to do. Okay, so these are tools. Everything I do is a tool to give you. It's just people are more not open to seeing everything rather than using everything as a tool. Okay, so consider that everything is a tool that I am giving you. This week is all about stepping outside of your comfort zone and understanding how to eliminate the fear that is not true. It's not real. It's not of God. Okay, so that's in the energy for our spell casting, or not, sorry, spiritual flowcast. But in the spell casting in the end of the week, it will stem from around this scenario, and also abundance and stepping out of our comfort zone. But use the shackles that bind you to help you release the fear and why you have the fear. So the 13 gates, man, we release everything that is not real. You can't do the 13 gates that I did until you get into the new earth. We've experienced why, because it will make you haven't released it all. You haven't learned all the lessons. You have 12 gates to abundance, which is not new earth. And then you have the 13 gates to abundance, which is the new earth. Once you get through that 13th gate, you truly release all of those shackles that bind you. But you have to start somewhere. So when you do the work that I do, you heal it, but then the lessons around you will start to play out in your environment, because that is the ascension work, my friends. That's the difference between a third dimensional healer and a true master. Or somebody who's still not a master, but tuning into other things as well. So they convince you fear will be a protection for you. It's not true. That is not your protection. It stems from lack. It keeps you from creating, and you'll create scenarios you don't want, and they have power over you when you have fear. It's a low vibration, and there's no excuses. Every excuse you can come up with is just that. It's an excuse. It's all part of the matrix, and it takes you out of your power. If you are a powerful creator, why do you need excuses to stop you? Well, they say I can't, and they're going to judge me, and I'll lose this. Let it go. Unless you want to give that power, don't believe it. You never know what people are going to do. You never know whose heart is really, truly what, because we are so inclined to live through fear and lack and a low vibration and wounds. And so just because somebody is presenting some way does not make that person that way. So that is judgment. You need to stop worrying about what others are going to do and think of you, because you need to take your power back. That should never limit you. That's outside of God, because God is unconditional love. Okay, so we can't have conditions with love. If somebody puts a condition on you to love you, that's not love. And you'll never get love from that space. And you're taking away self-love. Okay. All right, my friends. So I'm going to see what the cards have to say for the week ahead as well. All right. So we have our relationship cards that they're calling for. So I'm going to use those. I haven't tuned into these in a while. I have my deck that I created. I'm almost done with my next new one, which I'm super excited about. Super excited about. And you guys, fear tried to overcome me as well, especially because, I have a new walk-in twin flame. So, it's a whole different level and things that we have to release and step into. So you're not alone. It's a lens. It's a false lens we all have to heal out of. And we have to just create from the space of love and joy and open-heartedness and freedom. Because if you can't get out of the matrix, you will fall with it. Right? And again, no fear. Just get out. Just listen. Just follow through. Don't let things stop you. And whatever rises, use yourself to heal it. You know, emotions are definitely overwhelming and heavy, but we are so used to running from them. We need to sit with them. And how many people do you know that are willing to sit with them with you? Very few, because they can't even face their own. They don't know what to do. Okay. All right. So we have a couple different decks here. Surrender cards for the week ahead. And our spiritual flow cast. I used to have a theme song when I would do the missing persons videos. I created one, and it was shining light into the darkness. Can you show me the way? 'Cause I'm shining light into the darkness. Wow, I wrote that song back then and I haven't really used it since. How sad. I've got some questions along the way, 'cause I'm shining light into the darkness. I love it. What a good song. Can you show me the way? Can I get some clarity? Love it, right? Because that's what we are doing. We are shining the light into the darkness. Everything of a low vibration is darkness. Shine the light into it, my friends. Shine the light into the darkness. Do not give the darkness power anytime, any place. Shine the light into the darkness so that we can have clarity and our answers can come along the way. Shine the light into the darkness and all of your power comes back tenfold in multiple ways. Can I have some clarity? Can you show me the way? 'Cause I'm shining light into the darkness. All right, what do we need to see this week ahead, Spirit? Oh, yes, it is time to get out of our way. Soul Star Chakra. Okay, this one I actually did in a Hertz music for the eclipse. It was to help you connect your Soul Star Chakra with your solar plexus. Merging with the divine. Okay, Soul Star Chakra is about understanding the divine and merging with the divine. Okay, that's what this is truly about. You need to open up the energy connections because fear is a low vibration and it keeps you out of that. That's why fear is not warning you of anything good. Okay, it's not a good warning. An awakened awareness. Okay, understanding more of the reality around you. That's an awakening. Going within helps you awaken more. Healing the things that happen to you help you awaken more, my friends. Okay, because I'm shining light into the darkness. Can you show me the way? I love it. That is my theme song that I wrote a couple years ago during this journey. You guys, I can't make this up. One more. Hold on. I love Spirit. I love it. I love it. I love it. Woo! Okay, 2 fell out at that time. All right. Spirit is so good. I already gave you all the message. And you want to know what the cards are saying? Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you were telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. You guys, I can't make this up. Get this one. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages. This is everything that I was telling you about a person or a situation. Your body will tell you. You just need to trust it. Not fear. That's a low vibration. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. This is what I'm telling you. Your body will give you signals, but fear is not one of them. When you're in fear, it's a very low vibration. You have to surrender fear. You create the solutions. You have power all around you. Okay. And surrender our addictions. We are addicted to fear. We're addicted to our comfort zone. What in your comfort zone keeps you there? And sometimes it is substances. Sometimes it's food. Sometimes it's the lens of fear. Sometimes it's creating scenarios we don't like. It's our comfort zone. Okay. So whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So you have to realize fear is an addiction. These messages couldn't be more beautiful. I love it. This is why I don't always need cards. You see what I'm saying? The message came through before the cards even did. It's just validating, reiterating, and showing in other ways what we need to do. All right, so this one is my Ascension Portal Messages deck. Let's see what we need to see. Because I'm shining light into the darkness. Oh, I love this. Everything is brighter when we are all aligned. Okay. Energy blocks through stagnation. Energy blocks through fear, and it creates us to be blind. We can't see the truth. This is a shackle that binds you. Okay. So everything is brighter when we're aligned. When we are aligned with what? The divine. When we are aligned with how the world truly works around us and the shackles that binded you. So trust the process, okay? Means that so much is going on we do not see, but trust it is all purposeful and in time, okay? It will make sense. Surrender to now. Let me read that again. Trust the process. What does that mean? Means that so much is going on that we don't see, but trust it is all purposeful. Trust that everything is purposeful and in time, okay? It will make sense. Surrender to the now. So we have been taught to be in fear. We have been taught to be in control. And you need to surrender to the co-creation of the divine, because that's how the universe works. You cannot control a universal flow where we're all connected. What you can control is what you do with the energies and using them wisely. Awakened awareness, my friends. I love this message. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Woo, one more of these. That one went flying out like popcorn. I love that. It's very powerful to me when it does that. It's like, this is loud and in our face. It's something we need to recognize. Both of those went flying out. All right. Ooh, yeah. I haven't pulled these in a long time. All right. Grim Reaper, the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. So what this is truly talking about is letting go of these things now. We cannot carry them forward. Just like I said, the energies are so high. From the eclipse, I called everybody home. It's not a joke. I've dried the Nile. We return all Christ, all darkness. You guys, the change is now. You don't have time to waste. So you need to let these habits go. We don't have time to play around. It's time now. Okay, we must have warrior stance now. So hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Okay, so we must rebuild from that sabotage. Fear is self-sabotage. Okay, it creates self-sabotage. We have that limit to joy capacity. We need to surrender to fear. We can't be, that doesn't mean allow it to control you. That means take everything I said, take your power back. Okay, let go of fearful stories you were telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate the milestones in the here and the now. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Know what it's telling you. Awakened awareness, connecting to the divine world around you. Okay, it's very smart, but only when we're in a true high vibration can we hear what we need to hear and see what we need to see and do what we need to do, because you are a creator. So I can sit here and go, great, twin flame didn't step up again. I can't work again. People just throw judgment. That's all stuff that I'm not going to say. No, I got to do what I got to do because I am who I am. It's my job to lead the way. Okay. So I'm not going to be in fear. I'm not going to let the matrix control me. I'm going to raise my vibration. I'm going to be in love and joy and know that that is where abundance truly is created. When you get to the highest vibration, love. So I tell you, love is the currency. When you truly get to that vibration, you feel it. It's not just a thought. It's a true vibration. And once you're there, it's instant manifestation. So that's what we need to get to. So much love, my friends. I hope you have a great week ahead. Do not let fear control you. You must get out of your comfort zone now before it becomes your reality for life, or the rest of the time, which is very short for those, because only some will stay. So much love. We don't have time to waste. See y'all next time. Because I'm shining light into the darkness. I'm here to show you the way. Armor of God in true form. Know the difference between real and fake. So much love, my friends. Till next time.